Hey everybody, it's Archangel Rebecca, back to play more Slay the Princess. We've already slayed her twice, so let's keep going.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh yeah, we're thinking that, they said something about, like, you can't pick the same choices that you've already picked, like, in the last, like, ending. So, I was gonna see if that actually is a thing, like, you can't pick the same choices. To me. But, we'll see.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
End of the world, what are
I'm
you
talking about
about?
the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Let's see.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
What kind of princess that's been locked away in the world? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's do it exactly the way he says it this time. We're gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And we'll not talk to her at all, because he says, don't say anything, don't talk to her. And I've always said, like, hi, or I think I'm here to kill you, or something like that. So we'll try it just straight. Kill the princess. Or slay the princess, sorry.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Go. Don't talk to her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so
coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, I love that one. What? No way.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
You know, that she was unarmed last time, and she was very armed. She got so armed, she became just blades. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No, because I miss your hurt every time I stab you, it looks like.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Oh, so, okay, I get it now. These two paths lead to the other two paths that I already did. Or at least one of them. I'm guessing it's the one where she tries to trick you. Of course
Yes,
it is, she's dead.
Exactly. It's over.
She looks like she's undulating a little bit.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Almost too easy.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Walked down there and killed a princess. So yeah, we've done something terrible.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Will it though?
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Just get out. Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
What do I return to for real though?
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
I'm starting to get the feeling that the narrator isn't trying to help us.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Bullshit, let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
What?
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Oh.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Oh, really?
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
You hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no, do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I've talked to. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it. I don't...
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Is this me or is this someone else? 'Cause, like... He makes it sound like we're not the same person. I'm just, like, by myself, and... He's someone else.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Plenty of meaning.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Yay! The happy ending.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What? Just kidding. Happy ending doesn't count, said. Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
Only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
I guess.
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Yeah, so.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Not living.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'd be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
We'll be dead.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
She's gonna be alive down here?
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick
Ow.
up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Gone. The specter.
You're on
Ghost
a
now.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I'm getting terrible with deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no, but I killed myself. What am I doing here? Proceed to the cabin, turn around, leave.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I listened to you exactly what you said.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
To lean towards or not.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Were we isekai, or did we have a regression? Comics.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't know. I didn't see anyone.
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Now, Mr. Narrator.
Just stay focused, will you?
Focused. Let's
Just
talk
be
about
quick
the
about
princess.
it.
If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone. Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that in the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end.
Charade.
But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
True. We did.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here.
Not be here.
And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
You telling us that we're happy is not a happy ending.
And that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, There's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
Locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Okay, last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How could someone like that in the world?
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
She's just a princess of endless possibilities.
Look,
Why can't they slay her?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Special?
Of course we're special.
Being cagey, what aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us.
This is boring. I like this guy.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around. I need to pick that one time, obviously.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
We've already killed her once.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Okay.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, definitely.
There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
We're gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Well, I guess we're taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Still have not gotten in the basement without the blade yet.
The door to the basement groans open,
revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Probably.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Let's go.
As you descend
Yep.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
She's like a ghost, so can I really slay her?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
A pretty ghost princess.
Ghost!
The hero, you're scared of a ghost? Really?
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
A ghost was to do to us.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Just the few issues.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Really did just make her like really pretty.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Wait and see how things play out, or just slay that princess? I think we'll just continue slaying the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade.
Just get her.
It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
How do you kill a dead princess?
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh no.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time too. You're dead. Or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts. Princess is harder! Fine, if I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. I guess I'll get going. Just out of here. Play her harder.
You don't look dead, Killer.
I mean, I killed myself.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
No, we can't leave.
After all,
Oh god.
only.
Oh god, that scared me. I don't know why. I saw it coming.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought?
Yeah, would she?
We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no? It'd be just temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin? If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world. Sounds great, do it. Let the princess possess you. The answer's no. I need to think on this. Okay, so I feel like I want to know what these little paths are, so I'm just gonna save. And we'll see if I come back. Maybe not. Who knows? What if I say
Then I
no?
won't hitch a ride.
Won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride?
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you. But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
Crowded.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
I let you in. Do I still get to be in control?
Sure, why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring. I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
What?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
But how would I slay her? I already tried, remember? Slay her harder. I forgot that was an option. The answer is no. Great, do it. Told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of
obviously was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart? That's dumb. What are you gonna do if I help you get out of here? Well, were you going to end the world? You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world? I'm not cold. I'm just dumb. I'm just a big, dumb, stupid idiot. Stupid. What was I thinking? Just believing what I was told. Leave it at that. Well, you didn't answer my question.
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't.
She's got a point.
And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Well, were you going to end? We just ask again.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when it's someone that's dead.
She pulls back.
I hate
with a
that
playful
face.
grin.
It's awful. Like, she's so pretty right here, and then that face just
I
ruins it.
don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Okay. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. I killed you. What are you doing? Not being dead. Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that. And it wouldn't be hard to do it again. Sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I would have slain you. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. Okay. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported? It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. If you can go through the walls, can't you just leave on your own? I gotta slay her harder. That's what.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened, but you have a job to finish. Finish how? We already did what you told us, and now she's a ghost. You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
Yes, we did. I already did that.
And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. Do you know why you came back?
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
Yeah.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Yes, try.
Like I said, I just want to go home. You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally
She's
sympathising
not
with us.
sympathizing with us.
This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean
It serves you right.
Yeah, exactly.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you owed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly.
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
Yeah, given it enough thought, the answer's no. Can't let you out. I won't let you possess me.
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far.
Oh, no.
She's a ghost. Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
Yeah.
Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine, then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us.
True.
I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here.
Okay.
We could. It would be something different. I like different. Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world.
This narrator, man.
And is that really so bad? Yes. It is by its very definition bad.
They're bad.
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
Dead, or at least mostly dead. Okay, well, let's like.
Without a moment's
Yeah.
hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're
Gotta
slashing
slay
at
her
air.
harder.
No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from,
I already heard this.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Slay the princess harder.
you swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room.
No.
You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I don't like this.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
But I guess violence is the only language you speak.
Oh no.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
She looked like a ghoul. That's because she's a ghost. Did you miss? Step away. I'm not afraid of you. Stare at her in silence.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too
Ew.
late.
Her first
In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
I have a green heart.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
Yeah.
See you soon, killer.
Getcha.
Afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Dead again. The Wraith. I've just made her angry. Oh my gosh.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her. Again.
Again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Just for the sake
Come
of
on.
it.
Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
Cosmic busy work.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of
Welcome,
sick
fellow
joke to
princess.
them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring?
Yes, welcome.
Not if they're creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
We're on the Wraith path.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Why not? It happened.
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy.
No.
That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
Boring.
It was bullshit. So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us.
Oh.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
Is it though? Seems
Whatever
pretty
you did the first
fake.
time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. Why should we help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so. Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
I promise.
Oh yeah, sure, that changes everything.
Everything.
I mean, he did promise.
Hero, you're so naive.
And we believed him. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Freer.
Now, wouldn't that be something?
Be different.
It would. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world. Nothing matters more than this. Don't play by his rules. Everything is rigged. Everything is changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing.
Yeah, they are.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence?
Yeah, her influence.
I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually, we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. See, the cabin, there's something else we haven't tried.
Then she finds a way out on her own.
Oh, I guess.
Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right?
We don't have to see her.
No, it's strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
Oh,
The only solution
little
worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
we did not. We did it correctly.
More rules, more rhetoric. Since when is there a wrong way to slay her? I'm sick of it. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
Alright.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Yes and no.
That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
True.
So, yes, I'm the same me, But ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Best you use it. Killer, main killer.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
Again.
On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him. You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Like a spooky ghost cabin in the woods.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Oh.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
No knife.
The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Why isn't there a blade?
Great. Something else has been taken away from us.
Can't even stab her.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Ghost. Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door?
Yeah, isn't there a door?
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
What? Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Watched, huh?
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation, we just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Well, we're gonna wipe
Here
that
we
mirror
go.
clean.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
Mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
This music is very effective.
Your bones snap.
God, my ankles.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Pretty scarred.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Did. Yeah, she is. She is an actual ghoul now.
I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Whoops.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
Your voice does not match your face.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Broke my ankle. How are you gonna do that?
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
No.
Do we even have a choice?
That turret's trying to steal my bud. Help, help.
You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
I have hands.
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Thought you couldn't possess me on your own. I thought I needed to agree to it. Look, we're even now. I killed you, and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all of this too, you know. One possessing me against my will make you no better than me. You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you? That's fine. I actually came here to fear you. Struggle. Are we Pokemon now? Struggle.
Now is then. This is now.
Okay. Do you need to take my body? Can I just open the door for you?
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso
Hello.
stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Just a rock.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
We messed up, yeah.
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Tore open the membrane of my soul. Oh.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ugh. I hate
I
those
know.
cracky noises.
You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Oh, and what's that?
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
And how do you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul has been trained of courage.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
There's a door there now.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Oh gosh. Let's save. Let's do a little save over here. For our body to the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Go.
Why do you hate me?
Why?
A thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Fall forever. A lot shorter than this suggests.
What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing.
This is just the same as if we would have just stayed in the cabin.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
You would have it now. You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Yeah, narrator.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You just paid attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
Idiot.
He's gone. But
Gosh. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening?
The arms, they're here to take you. Goodbye. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Well, of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. Been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Well then.
It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Oops.
So you're the real puppet master here? Can't believe I tried to help you.
Can't believe I tried to help you. Approach that mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ew. I'm withered. You've withered. Ew. Grody. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. That makes no sense. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. You know at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind. Figured out what you'll want when we've finished. Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Happens.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
Seeth.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Oh, I have two other of these things inside you. You'll not care what I bring you next.
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Got any preference on how you'd like to change or grow? How many vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay.
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Okay. No matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. Remain silent.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Really. Want my alarm to go off? How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Okay. Figured out what you'll want when we're finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
God, every time. Every time. Freaking glass breaking. Everything goes dark and you die. Again. Bring the wraith to her. Yes.
You're on a path in the woods,
Think.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think I'll just turn away this time. Forget it, I'm not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Real princesses, the friends we made along the way. I sure hope not, because we've been killing them. That'd be awful. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. Mario. I don't know, Luigi. I don't like this princess. She gives me the heebie-jeebies. I could fix her. I mean, Luigi would go to this cabin for ghosties. After he kills her once. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Can't just leave, apparently. Okay, I'm going in the cabin. Sheesh. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Convenient.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Oh well.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Like 5, 6 cabins now.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin.
How many princesses are you making?
Cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
One dies. The stranger. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It's like a brick wall over there now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. You aren't kidding, she actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is this? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. If I died, the whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. Going to the cabin. I'll proceed to cabin. If I can't run away from the cabin, I'm just staying here in the woods. Forever. Stay in the woods. Forever. That's what we'll do.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Ah, man. Well darn. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't force
What are
me to
you
go to the cabin.
talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Got the contrarian here.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Aren't kidding, she actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she?
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more... He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin. If by ruining my day... The world really did end last time, didn't it? The world hasn't ended yet. And you are...
Did that. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
No, I refuse.
A warning before you go any further.
You really put walls so you can't go anywhere.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Maybe.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Guess we'll go to the cabin, finally.
The cabin interior is wrong.
Gosh.
A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? I've literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
I always like that you can move everything. That's right.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Yeah.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh ho ho ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
The stressful geometry.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
Contrarian is telling him to not
Good.
be contrary.
Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
anything about the mirror.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
First mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe it.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. You really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
We'll hold the
You
blade
switch
the
your
other
grip
way.
on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
It is so much better.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and
Really
deal
does
with
look
the
a lot
princess
better.
already.
I like the contrarian. I gotta say this. Where is it? Okay. Right, I can just click that.
Haha! Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck.
Okay, we'll load it and we'll keep our weapon, I guess. That's fun. Let's enter the basement.
The door to the
Oh,
basement
gosh.
creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An
Gross.
odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
I say it every time, don't you?
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
No, I'm good.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
We are.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the harsh stairs to the left. Take the center staircase. Take the soft stairs to the right. Oof. I don't know if this matters. No, don't override that. No, I don't like that. I can't see that. Let's take this upstairs.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet.
Soft.
The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in.
No.
First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down,
There's-
barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Her spine.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What is happening?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Becoming less well drawn.
Physical sensations
Oh,
dull
gosh.
and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Okay.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Her eyes are all like goopy, like they're anime eyes.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Forgot why I'm here.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just...
Oh, oops. Just being an ass. Remember, though I'm still not sure if we should trust you, let's talk to her for a bit, try and get her bearings. She seems normal. Sorry, I skipped that. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Like I was being pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? Apparently a threat to the world. I was sent to slay you.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. You can
God,
address me as
Glass.
Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honor if it should do, really.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
Oh, we can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Put it back together.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
We have not been here before in this run, if I remember
It
correctly.
seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Do I have to kill 2 princesses now?
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
There's more of you now. Getting down here is weird. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. Why is it all like... I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement, slay the princess. Why are all 3 options lit up? 2 princesses? I mean, there's Peach and Daisy.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Err. These 3 options are stuck together, and I can't just pick one. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down
I don't
here?
know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
All mopey.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Exactly.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
I let you out of here. What are you gonna do? There's more of you now.
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer? I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
The robot one.
I'm not going to dance for you. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
I'm just gonna see if I can't get. Help. Can I make it so I can take the. Oh, take a screenshot. Toggles assistive self. User interface. S, is that right? Okay.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
I think we
But how
can.
do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
Just obsessed with killing
Just
this
do
princess.
something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. Can't trust anything. Slay the princess.
Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh.
All at once you charge forward, not feeling to persuade princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Oh no, they're meshing together.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Most important thing is to have fun. It is.
I think he's gone.
But, this princess looking a little weird.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
She's like a triple Siamese twin. She's like 5 of them melded together, and some of them are already dead.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Did we?
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Of course our actions have consequences.
Please.
Gonna be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. Say nothing. I don't know if I should fix her or not. Or try, even. I'll do my best. Oh, no, there she goes. Luigi would try it. What is with you and Luigi right now? Just keep bringing him up. Everything is possible, nothing is. Well. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. He's just messing with us. Right?
Right? Here we go. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. So it says. I'm Birdman. Creepy. Find yourself in long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Just bones. No. You're at the cabin. Pressure. Rattle. Spooky, scary skeletons.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Think there are people out there? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Has Vessel had one? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here.
No, Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Does. I don't know why, but I know this part for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walk. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Think anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Wait, does that mean I have to play this game more than once so I can get all of them? Because I know there's like 10 of them. 8, maybe? If there's... Yeah, play it like 10 times then. Well, no, I mean like... You know how there's like the Wraith, and then now there's this one, and then there's the Razor, and then the Adversary. There's like, I think 8 of those, like individual ones that you can get on the different paths. I have no idea. I don't either. I'm just kind of speaking out my butt right now. I don't really know for sure. Last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? Speaking out your butt? Yeah. Talking
These
out my
gifts
ass?
are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart.
Speaking.
The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm gonna stay here. Oh, I'll possess this one first.
No, the point of awakening is to find out. You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever? Wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
Hand-drawn.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
The game just closed itself. I guess if you wait, it's like, I decided I'm gonna quit. God. Well, here we go. Again, hopefully it's saved.
You have returned to me.
Oh, there you go.
Though we were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Attempt to outweigh your destiny. That was the achievement I just got. I think it was on purpose. I mean, it was. It was on purpose. Because she says that I came back. Yeah, it's back. Yeah, it came right back to the screen. I didn't go to like the menu or anything. Like Doki Doki. So I wonder what happens if I attack it. I'm really curious. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destroy your body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently plucks the instrument from your hands.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Really?
I will be here, waiting for you.
I knew it was coming, so I could prepare myself that time. Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the stranger to her, a spiral vessel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Alright, so let's go back to the main menu. I saved. Alright, so this has been Slay the Princess. Probably, I don't know which one I'm gonna go for next. I don't even know what the options are. I just pick what I want. So I think there's like, I'll have to look it up online, but I feel like there's 8 different princesses that you can get. Good game, Princess dead. Yeah, I killed her for real that time. But so I might have to do like another run of this to get all the princesses, but not tonight, obviously, because I have work tomorrow. Probably 2 or so more, maybe. I don't know. I have to only get one more princess for this run to be done, and I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. I might just not take the knife this time, but oh well. If you're watching here on Twitch, great. If you want to see this live and you don't want to miss my next live stream, you can always follow me here on Twitch. If you could also, if you want to watch them after the fact, go to my channel on YouTube, which is linked in my Twitch channel, and watch my videos there. It'd be great if you want to subscribe and get notifications so you don't miss any videos over there. So yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.